Thank you for joining us. This is the Boldcasters. I'm Clay.
This is Robert.
Mort.
Justin.
How's it going?
I almost wish you had let that go into the breakdown a little bit.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been nice. That was pretty good.
That's from Mega Man 5, when you get to the level against the Shredsman.
Solid.
We'll call it that, sure.
And the Shredsman's name is Dimebag.
Yeah, there you go.
R.I.P. Let's get started.
Definitely.
Let's roll into what we got. I guess
One of the
since
best ever.
this is our first show since September 11th, so I'll do a little piece out of that. Well, we'll do a little moment of silence here. Alright, that's it. And since we did that, we're going to step into our first topic, which actually has to do with that. Apparently came out with the Los Angeles Times. They have an article that they put out, I want to say it was Saturday, Friday.
Something like that.
Yeah, but basically it's stepping into the fact that first responders from 2001 maybe are coming down sick and may not even know what it's about.
Is it asbestos?
That's
Maybe,
definitely part of it. Because there's one fella, that's basically the story's about, Garrett Goodwin. He was a medic, went up there from Tampa, 2001 obviously. He's 39 now. He was in his early 20s. And now his lungs are about to fail.
Well, he's not the first case.
No,
honestly.
there's been multiple cases, but this is one that's coming across. And he's basically, that's why he wanted his story to get out there, because there's multiple people that have already either died or
Yeah,
come close.
It's not new news. It's come in the news not last couple of years, but since it's happened, people getting cancer because of 9/11.
Right.
It's kind of like, to a lesser scale, it's kind of like how Japan was with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. For years after that, a lot of Japanese people were coming down with like leukemia and all that for years after that.
Well, yes, of course, because it was a nuclear weapon that went off, and you had radiation and fallout and all that good stuff.
And there's and there were like stuff from the plane and all that came out and all that stuff when September 11th happened, and then breathing in all the fumes and smoke and all that.
Which people were not thinking about. They're thinking
Toxins,
about they're thinking about doing great things, trying to save people,
But
going above and beyond, which was an incredible feat. But right now they're estimating between 90,000 to 65,000 are affected by this.
yeah, that sounds about average,
It's
honestly.
New York
it's
City.
been something's been talked about for a while since this happened, that you need to get checked out because you might have some medical issues after.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
This fellow he's not even 40 yet, and he's
done.
yeah.
Anfortunately, he's done.
And there's
He's
another
about to need transplants and all sorts of mess.
Yeah,
and President Obama signed into law extending the funding for the
First responders.
yes through 2090.
Well,
That's good. I remember when that was like Jon Stewart's thing that he was banging the drum on
Yes.
in a big way, because like somehow they didn't pass the first time.
I don't understand how it didn't pass the first time.
gridlock in D.C. because remember
It was moronic.
for a while there was a time where all the Republicans in the House were basically saying no to anything that the president even thought of doing, whether it be good or bad.
The Tea Party takeover.
Yeah, that crap. Which,
gotta love politics because it makes so much sense.
Yes, pretty much. But pretty much, Crane said he has about 40% respiratory and gastro problem right now, and that's a very common with people.
Yeah, respiratory failure.
Yep. So, but going into the smoldering ruins and everything that was going on, it's very common.
Unfortunately,
what's going on with the cases. So it's very unfortunate. He's not even 40, but at least he's got good spirits. So that's a very unfortunate thing. We'll check it back into this to see how it goes from here. But hopefully they can kind of start figuring out ways to get this out of people, or either get more transplants, kind of clean it out some, or do something going forward.
Wait and see, honestly, because transplant list and everything else.
Well, no, I mean it's not really an
Time will
option,
tell.
but I mean there's got to be something they can figure out to kind of ventilate the lungs or do something.
Like treatments.
Yeah,
or
some kind of treatments, but they
an
doesn't-
inhaler. Or
And
something.
unfortunately, I'm sure they didn't start this initially. They didn't start this immediately because they didn't think about it immediately. So
Oh.
this is something that
Well,
they're having to
time
get at
wise, the state he's in, I don't know what kind of.
Unfortunately, this Goodwin fella is
a little
he's-
messed up.
Because this information
It's probably too late for him.
Yeah,
But there's a number of them you may have an opportunity with.
Wait and see.
But it's been 15 years, so the damage is probably already done for most people.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll move on to our next subject at hand. What do y'all think of Colin Powell's comments from the email leaks?
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
See, I'm good with Colin Powell's comments.
I've always agreed with pretty much anything he said. He's been a straight shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Powell seems to be the only, for a while, was the only sane man in the Bush administration.
What was that?
Well, basically, he had a leak from
Hillary.
his hacked emails going back and forth. I want to say, I'm not 100%. I want to say it was the Russians or someone got into his emails.
Anonymous, probably.
That was my first guess, but I read something where it was like the Russians or something. But needless to say, to cover it up, in one of his emails, he called Trump a national disgrace. And mind you, he is a registered Republican. And he called Clinton greedy.
He's way more than a registered Republican.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just saying, reminding you that he is a registered, but he's also a retired four-star general. If you don't remember.
Yeah, he's also a guy who, I mean, like, I say he's more than a registered Republican because, like, he was a huge part of what the Republican Party's identity was for a long time.
Absolutely.
Him and Rummy and Debbie and Cheney, they were like, that was the Republican Party. Those guys.
Yeah, and
Hands
then
down.
of all
He's way more than just a guy that votes Republican. He's a voice for the party.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's
he's a
crazy
very
how much
key
the party's
figure.
changed.
And
It
it's funny that during the Bush administration, it seemed like he and Condoleezza Rice were really like the only sane men.
But
And
keep in
that
mind, he
for a
has
while.
endorsed Democrat twice.
Yeah, he did endorse Obama both times.
Just
He
so-
actually called him an international pariah. I just saw it.
Yeah, he may not like him, but he must have liked him more than McCain or than Romney.
And Trump took it with grace, like you'd expect him to, by tweeting, quote, I was never a fan of Colin Powell. After his weak understanding of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq equals disaster. We can do much better! Exclamation point.
Hashtag build a wall.
Sad.
Hashtag moron.
Hashtag I wish my wig would stay on.
Interestingly
It's not
enough,
a wig.
no,
It's a toupee.
It's not. It's neither. It's just an elaborate wraparound. It's bizarre, but
So it's a hair turban.
yeah, it's a hair turban.
So it's the big guy from D12.
Hillary had a chance to really tee off on these people, and she didn't take it, which was kind of surprising.
I'm really
Well,
shocked.
she might still be in the hospital, but she can't even make it to the car, so that might be why.
She's
I'm going to hell.
Yeah,
I
we know
live there.
that.
It's okay.
But basically,
Thank you.
Powell said he takes us for idiots. He can never overcome what he tried to do to Obama with his research for the birth certificate and trying to force Obama out of his presidency.
Wow.
I guess that's because that was really stupid. Maybe that's his problem with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was unnecessary, honestly.
I don't understand those people. I never did.
It's like if Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith dipped into politics. That's what that whole thing felt like. That's how dumb it was.
Well,
Yeah.
Skip Bayless is wacko, and Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith.
The birther movement was on the same par as the all he does is win movement.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
And to wrap this up, he also he had a little mention of Clinton, who basically said Benghazi is a stupid witch hunt in an email to Condi Rice.
wow.
Yeah,
That's kind of
surprise.
shocking.
I thought Colin Powell would be on the other side of it.
logically.
And same with Condi. But I thought the whole.
Well,
I thought
I
even
don't know what she said. I'm just saying.
a lot of
what
the
he said.
Democrats would have been even on a side against her in that case. But
There's no room for anything besides full-on partisan nonsense in Washington at this point.
Yes,
Thank
pretty
you.
much.
So
truth.
Which is a very unfortunate state that we're in.
Very sad commentary on the America we live in.
But now,
I'm glad we started out so upbeat.
I know we are very upbeat right now. You can even hear it in our voice. So with that, we're going to digress from national news and current events since it's kind of blasé at the moment. And if anyone is still listening, we appreciate you.
And not blase in the Ty Dolla $ign sense. Blase
I'm too
in
old.
the...
I have no idea
I don't even know
he's
what you're even
about.
talking about. Okay. Moving
I
on
got
to-
lost on Blase, so.
Yeah, well, we went to Lee, so moving on to tech and entertainment. Going to Facebook.
White, so.
Tech and entertainment. Zuckerberg decided to sell $300 million in Facebook stock.
Well, I guess he
Is that
needs
an
money.
Is pretty sure he does not need money, but maybe. I'm just saying, is that an indicator of something that could be up in Facebook's future? Or does he have an idea of what could be going on with the future of the social media?
Maybe
Or
he just has a
something's
new
wrong.
investment.
It's
Maybe he just has a new investment.
It says that he did it for charity.
Charity?
Forbes says that Mark Zuckerberg sold $285 million in Facebook stock in the past month for charity.
No.
He's not even investing it.
Well,
I'm saying, there you go.
It's making headway in his pledge to give 99% of his wealth to charity.
No, there you go.
99%.
Why he's trying to beat Mr. Gates?
Even more.
Yeah.
I wish more rich people would do that. Because it's not like they're spending their money in retail or buying, regular stuff. Because last I checked, trickle-down economics has been a failure for over 30 years.
Oh, here we go again. Well, it's not necessarily trickle-down economics. It's not. I'm not going to try to even get into that right now.
He plans on selling or giving away up to $1 billion in stock through 2018, so don't expect this to slow down.
Wow.
I wonder how it affects Facebook when he does it.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
Well, who's he? Is he just selling it back to? Who's he selling it to? Just
I don't know, probably for
It's a public
people
traded company.
He trusts.
So he would be
I'm
selling.
assuming it's
Yes,
someone
I think
he
I
can
read
get back
something
from.
about back to the board, so I think it's just really helping Facebook at the end of it.
I don't really know who he's doing that to. I'm completely speculating. I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at me. But
This is pretty
I'd
accurate.
rather not.
he's
Okay.
only the 5th richest person, so I mean,
Yeah.
how much of a difference can he
I
make?
mean, I'm impressed. He's keeping his numbers up.
That's bold. I appreciate boldness.
No matter what he does,
I
I'm
mean,
still
we
not
all
gonna add him to
appreciate
as a
boldness
friend.
on the show.
Hashtag speak bold.
Boldness in a big way,
Look bold.
like a good way, though.
That bold castify. Bold.
Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark.
Be bold, everyone.
Thank you for the promotion in the middle of the show. That's very appreciative. That's good.
Hey,
Like-
somebody said something about being bold.
Anyways, so that's good to see that. I guess we'll digress from that topic since that's pretty good. Let's go to a very interesting topic, which is not very shocking, but New York City. They had an experiment to basically have public access to internet on basically have terminals in different locations. Well, it's ended.
I bet.
Welcome to
How
New
much
York
porn
City.
was on there? That's my question.
Probably a lot. It's New York City.
So
People need their porn.
pretty much building the articles from Bloomberg, and basically the title says, "Building a smart city. Have you thought about porn and privacy?"
Well, there's millions of people's porn on it.
New York City's experiment to let people browse the internet from public terminals on street
Unfiltered.
unfiltered.
Hello,
What was the purpose of this?
I guess just give people general access to the terminals and check up on emails, check things, and do whatever.
Problem is,
A at least for now, Wednesday, the operator of the terminals said it was removing their web kiosk capability, their web browsing capabilities, saying people were monopolizing the kiosk and using them to look at content that was not appropriate for public viewing.
AKA
Yes.
dirty porn.
Yes, exactly, Mark.
The
So
internet
the
is for-
setback is how difficult it is to create a new form of privately run digital infrastructure in the country's biggest city. The project was known as Link New York.
Well, I guess Link New York didn't realize that the internet is for porn.
Well, there's more things on the
That's
internet.
not what the internet is for.
That's not what it's actually for. I mean, that's maybe what you use it for. That may be all you use it for, Mark.
It's not all I use it for, but I'm
Well,
saying
if they would
it's
have put an actual parental block or
And
something
that's what
of
they
that
need to
nature,
do. They need to put
Child blocks.
parental blocks on it. That's which I'm very shocked they
I
actually.
mean, people
did not do.
mostly just did it to see what they could get away with. I'm pretty sure because not
Yeah,
everyone's
well, it's-
sitting at a bus stop just doing what they need to do to get through the day.
I don't
Well,
think
basically their
people are
idea
sitting
was
at a
to
bus
kinda-
stop jerking. So
Basically, their imagination was to kind of reimagine the payphone idea
To an extent, I can see
to
that.
an extent, and basically have
pay internet.
Probably the
Right.
internet, it's not the same as a
Payphone.
payphone, though. I mean, like,
Yeah, because actually, you could do stuff for free.
the
on
booths still have
payphone,
their
1-800
virtues
CL,
occasionally.
like
For
DT.
instance, they had pop-up book exchange. They provided almost $20 million in annual revenue
Wow.
to the city, that mostly through display advertising.
That's amazing that advertising works that well.
Yeah, advertising works shockingly.
Surprisingly.
A consortium led by companies and Sidewalk Labs, owned by the startup Alphabet. Yeah, Alphabet Inc., which of course
Google.
we know what Alphabet Inc. is.
Lugal.
That basically gives you an idea on what the infrastructure was.
Yeah, Lugal.
Yes. So they've basically got to go back and definitely refine the whole situation because the kiosks were all over the place and people were using it for their own personal uses and taking them up from other people.
It's a bad idea.
Not
you
giving
don't
them all
give
of them.
that
what
much
a
people
terrible
freedom.
idea.
I mean, the concept's not terrible, but
The freedom was the issue.
the freedom was way too bad, and I mean, how do you manage like how long someone's on it? And,
Yeah, there's no management. It was just
yeah,
like, it's a
It's
free,
basically-
open source, and we'll see what kind of damage you do to see what we need to do to fix it. That's all it was.
pretty much pretty much where it was sitting. So pretty much on free internet on the street for anyone to access with no control.
It's a nifty idea, but
The amount of torrents must have been insane.
Torrents, dirty movies.
it still provides free Wi-Fi. throughout
Yeah,
the city.
I mean, there is
the
that.
kiosks still emanate Wi-Fi off of them. So I mean, their charging stations, their
Still
free
public
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I think public Wi-Fi is something that should be basic at this
Now
point.
that
Yeah.
should definitely be
Yeah,
basic.
correct.
At this point.
'Cause I have Comcast, but I don't have the right plan to even get their
yeah.
free Wi-Fi.
Com crap.
Yeah, because I have the next up from basic. I need the one up from that to even use their Wi-Fi.
Yes.
You mean outside of your house?
Yeah,
Okay.
Welcome to com
a little
crap.
ridiculous to me. I pay enough just. It's
To have
ridiculous.
regular. Yeah, it's com crap for a reason.
Yeah, well, it's just.
Thank you for your solid opinions there, Mark.
It's the fastest in the city, so I still
Yeah.
got it.
That's why I'm about to
I
go back
have
to
it because it's the only thing in my area.
They don't have AT&T in your area?
I
Not
get
yet, not till
AT&T,
next year.
So
Well, once they do,
I am
don't
shocked.
switch. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't switch. Don't do it.
I'm still thinking about just.
I'm telling you.
Comcast.
I've used AT&T.
I have had
I've got
AT&T for the past 2 years, and it's crap. Sorry, I know I'm not going to have AT&T for a sponsor, but yeah, no, it's crap.
Well, I mean, the lady from the commercial is kind of hot.
Oh, she's very hot.
She's very attractive, but she
Does
does not.
help their
She's
coverage.
she's not out there putting
Service
fiber
stuff.
in your damn
Trash.
in your trash can. Or
Oh well.
Lily,
Never mind.
Lily
I'm
is-
not going to say it.
Lily has nothing to do with your service.
Until they have Google.
Lily.
So with that, we're going to move on
Lily
to
of my dreams.
our edition of Netflix and Nudecker.
Time to boot up the Periscope.
Are we doing this now?
Yes, we are.
All
Yes,
right.
Mr.
So we're going to talk
Newdecker.
about The Man with the Iron Fist 2. You have Shang Tsung as a legless dude that tries to act like a mayor. Gets some iron legs and turns out to be a bad guy. You got Raza from the Wu-Tang Clan. It's a good Americanized martial arts flicks. I mean, it's free to watch. Well, not really free, but you got Netflix. You can watch it. Good little 2-hour romp. Got a good couple fighting scenes. Raza's pretty good as an actor, honestly. The RZA, whatever you want to call him. I don't care. He can rap. He can act. It's all good. A little bit of blood, a little bit of violence. I liked it. Pretty good.
Also, Stranger Things.
Well, we talked about Stranger Things. I mean, I never liked Waffles as much as I did with that movie. You have a dude with like the split open flower face and everything. Yeah. I love that series.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh my goodness.
Stranger Things?
Yes.
I haven't watched it.
Loved it, man. If you have not seen it, you need to binge watch it now. Do not go to sleep. Watch it now.
Si, senor.
Forget that Kung Fu movie. Just watch Stranger Things.
Don't forget Stranger Things. Just do that.
Forget the Kung Fu movie. The Kung Fu movie is
alright. So Netflix with Newdecker and Cox. And with that, we go back to our regularly scheduled program. Yes, I did say Cox.
All right.
That's him.
And me.
Wow. Anyways, we just also had our Netflix with Newdecker, as you've heard. You can also find the video version on Periscope.
See.
Anyways, let's tune into our sports desk and see what's going on.
What is the score?
What is the score there, Mark?
Hold on. Go ahead, Mark.
Mark, what do you got?
Tonight we have the Jets and the Bills playing in the first ever Color Rush game.
First ever?
Well, first ever for this season.
Oh, okay. So they had a few of them last year. They had a number of them.
It is...
Currently it's 3-0. I'm beating Andrew in our fantasy game 3-0.
It's 20-17 with the Jets ahead right now.
20-17?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the third quarter. So
Jets are doing work.
Tyrod Taylor, 10 of 17, 2 touchdowns. Let's see.
Fitzy is 12 for 17, 211, and a touchdown.
Now the Quincy Enunwa leading all receivers, 5 for 90 right now for the Jets.
So if you love offense, I'm sorry.
This is not a good game if you love offense. Matt Forte, 17 carries, 44 yards. In other words, he's not even averaging 3 yards a carry, but he's leading all rushers right now.
Yeah, but he's got a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, who's on my fantasy team, has 29 yards rushing.
Oh, you picked a bad person.
I know.
I've got Eric Decker on mine, and the Bills' defense.
It was a panic pick.
Wow. Yep. And I believe right now, as Mark said, it is the introduction of the Color Rush, which we're not going to really get too much into because, well,
we'll cover that on the football show tomorrow.
Right. But Nike has introduced the Color Rush uniforms for all 32 teams, but all but 9 are wearing them because of matchups or they end up on Thanksgiving. There's a number of different things. It's basically more of a sales pitch for the league to spend more. Nike and the league to spend and sell more money.
And
or make more money.
If you're a fan of the Jaguars, of course, our colors are gold. And
yes,
that will be put more into detail by Mr. Justin Cox and Mr. Jason Lovett on the Boldcasters football show tomorrow.
Right. And
also Clay, probably.
Yes.
Yes, I'll be on there too.
I thought he was a Bills fan. I did not know.
Yeah, breaking news. Maybe a closet Bills fan.
Well, you look kind of Canadian with your A's and your bad choices.
But yeah, just for a note, all Color Rush games will be on Thursday nights. So if you don't like colors, I wouldn't tune into Thursday night NFL football because there's going to be a crap load.
Breaking news, upset alert. Houston trailing Cincinnati.
Oh.
16-12 in the fourth. This is a huge upset right now.
So the Bearcats are getting on to the number 6 Cougars.
Cougs. H-Town takeover may not last long.
Probably not.
And Cincinnati currently driving.
Wow, that's a rough.
Well,
so that's our sports desk.
Thursday night problems.
Thursday night football problems for H-Town.
For old H-Town takeover.
Either way, it's good football.
So, more crappy football for the American.
Yeah, for the AAC.
Whatever.
We'll cover that probably more on the Boldcastify College series next Tuesday for y'all.
Sure. Anyways, we're moving on to other topics. Let's take a look at local events. How about that Barnett building, y'all?
Shahid owns it now.
I can't.
Pretty sure that
Mr. Shaka Khan.
No, he's not the only person that.
No,
bid
it's
on
got
it.
foreclosed, sir. There's a bid on it right now. I think for $25,000 by Alex Klimpf.
You got
That's how you
outbid.
pronounce it.
You
But
got
in
outbid.
response,
He got outbid by
a-
Stash Industries.
a.k.a. Shahid Khan, or Shad Khan,
Yes.
the owner of the Jaguars.
Yes, he doesn't have 12 names, just the one.
I
Just one
really,
shot.
Shahid is
Please.
his full name.
Please,
Shad
please.
Just
Marshall.
stop.
will he have to change his company name if someone just shaves his mustache in the middle of the night?
Or puts hair removal cream.
I don't think he's got to worry about that. Today, I had somebody come into my branch today, and they did a loan for $25,000 to get a house, and like I looked at her and I was like, "You could have the Barnett building." They like just go a little bit further, you could get the Barnett building. That's how
Well,
close it was. It went for
yes.
nothing, and
Amazing.
that's you know
Sad commentary
crazy.
on our downtown.
it was a formal kind of thing. Like it's worth more than that, but it isn't because of how much it would cost to.
Renovate it.
Yes.
Well, they've already put, almost $3 million into it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the particulars I understood from before.
2.5 to 3, somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
Was it Cameron Coon? Is that the guy who owned it previously, and he was
I
going
thought
to
it
turn
was
it
Scott.
into?
Maybe it was.
Is
Maybe
it-
it's one of those. It's
I'll
one of
say
those.
it
one
was
of the
Scott
Coons.
Coon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, he was the one that was working with them, and that supposedly Shad funded.
No, that's a different thing. This is before Shaw
this
even
is before?
existed in
Okay.
Jacksonville. Cameron Coon, I believe, was talking about revitalizing our downtown. He was going to be like the savior for downtown
okay,
Jacksonville. He was going
gotcha,
to turn
I
the
remember
Barnett into apartments,
Yep.
as well as other things on the bottom floors. And he was going to do that as well as the trio, as well as a couple other projects. And he went belly out.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to do.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
That's a shame because he had a lot of potential.
Yeah, it was.
And he was committed to Jacksonville. He's a
Oh yeah, he was very committed.
bummer.
But yeah, now the bank, after all the mumbo jumbo and everything going back and forth, and it just sitting in status.
Back in the same thing, though.
Now it's back in the
You
Stash
think Shad
Industries.
Khan's going to actually develop it?
I hope so.
I would hope he's doing something, but I doubt it.
I doubt it. I
Wait
think
and
he
see,
sells it
honestly.
again.
I mean, you would think something's going to come of it. I mean, what else are they going to do with it?
Demolish it, actually. That's probably what's going to be next on the list if something doesn't happen with it soon, which is a bummer.
New
We just
parking
can't
lot?
hold on to our history in the city.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, after
That's
the fire and
unfortunate.
losing the Hollywood opportunity, I'm pretty sure
Yep.
that's what it's just going to be.
I'm assuming somebody has watched the Destiny deal,
But
referencing all that. It was in the Destiny
Yeah, well,
video for the Jags deal that was on Channel 4 the other day.
yeah, I want to talk about that more on the football show.
Alright.
So, anyway, still in local news, we'll go to acquisition. Any of y'all been to WhiteWay Deli?
Personally,
Been
no.
a while.
You've been to WhiteWay Deli, Robert.
I will take your word on it, sir.
You
It was
may
not
it's
eventful enough for me to remember. Brandon.
you have been. It may have just been a while.
As he,
Justin, have you been to the WhiteWay Deli?
I'm trying to figure out
Does he
which
blow
one that
the-
is.
It's over in
Well,
it's over in
well-
Riverside on Keene Street. It's ran by Mr. Salmon, or has been by Mr. Sam and his family.
Okay, I've been to the, what's the one that's right when you go into Avondale? Right before you're about to get into Avondale. You just turn off of 17 onto Park.
Oh, you're talking about the Hyde Park or Pine Grove Deli.
Pine Grove.
Pine Grove.
I've been to Pine Grove, and I love that
Pine Grove's
place.
good. I mean, I like Pine Grove.
I love it so much that I forgot its name. But nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I mean it happens. But Mr. Sam over there at WhiteWay, I mean, my mom used to take me over there. Have a lot of good memories. They've had the business for as long as I can remember, but of course, looking at this article that was done by Business Jacks, Mr. Sam and his family, they've had the WhiteWay Deli since '62.
So it's 54 years.
All right, there you go.
I don't do math, so I'm going to take his word on that.
We went
I
to
don't do
leave.
math. I just work at a credit union.
We went to leave, Robert. We don't.
I talk to
I
old people
graduated
all
from
day, so I
White,
don't know.
so I'm not any
You're
better
not
than
helping
y'all.
your case, sir.
No,
I
you're
said-
really
I was
not.
just saying, I'm not any better than you.
Anyways, after it's a place you really have to go into because it's a very family establishment. It's very cool. I mean, he pretty much remembers everybody's name. He takes pictures of people, not in a very creepy fashion. Just like I just want to make sure I clear that up.
So it's like
It
Cheers
wasn't
and
creepy
Deli
until you
for
say
it.
that, honestly.
Right.
It's like Cheers and Deli.
Yeah, pretty much. It is kind of like Cheers because I mean, he takes pictures of people that he knows and like puts them up on the wall and everything. Like basically, you're recognizable. You've been there for X amount of time. But I mean, he's really good at remembering people's names. So, long story short, if you know the name McAllister, a very popular name in the Riverside area. Scott, he is the owner of Garage, Rogue, Loft, and the soon and coming Bearded Buffalo Brewing Company.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
The bigger the
We've walked by that building a million times
Yeah.
and thought, man, this could be something really special.
As a child, Robert and I broke into it, but that's another story.
That's another story.
Was I drunk? Because I do not remember.
Probably.
Probably. Maybe we weren't kids. Okay, anyways, moving on. But it has a lot of potential. I think it used to be like a laundromat or something.
It used to be something not exciting. It's about to be something
Yeah.
Yes, about to be something
very
else.
relevant to my interest. Also,
We'll probably touch on that more next week because
Definitively.
there's a whole other. I mean, you can still talk.
it's a whole other location
Yeah, that's what I was about to
over
say.
in Lakeshore. Very
Yes.
cool. I don't know who these bearded buffalo people are, but they're speaking my language.
I mean,
What,
we
they smile and give you a
we can go ahead and go
sandwich?
into it this week.
No, I'm talking about craft beer and bowling. That sounds like a great combination.
That's not like someone's going to hit by a beer, by a bowling
But
ball.
to wrap up with the WhiteWay, Mr. Sam and his family, they basically want to get out of the entire deli spot because I guess they're up in age. They've been doing this for years, and Scott had just come through and he's acquired WhiteWay.
It's not closing. It's going to keep rolling.
He's going to keep it rolling.
Is it going to be the same? That's the question.
That's what he said.
It's
He
always
wants.
a question.
He wants to try to keep it the same
How
because
is he going to do that?
that is a lot of questions.
Keep the people that work for him.
Well,
Well,
hopefully you make
how are you going to keep the people in his family?
hopefully
Well,
you
there
make
might
a
be
smoother
a couple
transition
of
than
people that
Edgewood
aren't.
Bakery.
Well, yeah, because
Yes. Edward Bakery's transition was atrocious, but I'm assuming this will be a lot better because they've been friends since Scott's been over there since Scott started Garage.
So,
So-
at least he has an understanding how the business is run. Maybe
Right.
there's a chance.
And he said he's had an interest in WhiteWay for years, and basically the way it's been ran and everything, and basically the personalities.
in other words,
He
was-
wants to keep the customers and everything going in.
Just don't run it like the garage. Not an exciting thought.
Well, I guess this would actually be the first place that he's had that has a lot of food.
Okay.
Because I mean, Rogue, Loft, nor the Garage really have a.
Well, the garage
Menu.
does have a menu, but it's
It's a very
Small.
elaborate. Not a very elaborate.
Pub.
menu. Exactly, it's pub food. WhiteWay Deli is a deli, so I mean, you're talking two different menus. So, hopefully, we hope the best. I want to keep seeing it because it's been a standard in Riverside since the 30s.
We talk about New Intuition finally opening, and
Yeah, we caught up on that last week.
and by the way, it is the
Goodness.
downtown
And it
lunch
is
spot
fantastic. And yes, it is going to be the BCB away game home.
for the downtown.
spectacular.
Yes. But since we already touched on it, why don't we just go ahead and lead into the Bearded Buffalo?
Dude. I remember reading that there were plans for construction of a place called the Bearded Buffalo on King Street that was going to have bowling alleys. I was like, that doesn't make sense. There's not a place that's big enough to handle that.
No.
And the reason why those wires kept getting mixed up is because over in Lakeshore, more on the west side, there's an old bowling alley that they're buying.
Yep.
And they're going to turn it into a nightlife kind of spot.
It's right down the street from my work.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right there at the corner of Lakeshore and Blandon.
And they're brewing their own stuff on King Street, right?
Huh?
Aren't they brewing their own stuff on King Street?
I believe so, yes. Because the address of the one on King Street is going to be 1012 and 1014 King Street is going to be the facility, which is going to be both a tap room and the brewing facility and a restaurant.
Like right next to Kickbacks.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's right next to it.
Yeah, it's actually right there.
Not right because there's that dilapidated.
This one I actually believe is right next to Burger King.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's closer to
If
that.
I believe it's in between the Burger King and
It's all right there.
It's around.
Burger King and the Panda House.
Everybody was so worried about King
Panda
Street
House.
when Intuition said they were leaving the neighborhood. King Street's gonna be fine, guys.
Yeah, King Street's.
Yeah, that's a hot spot.
Yeah, King Street's going to keep on. It's going to keep on ticking.
And
It's
that
fine.
old space that Intuition had is gonna get filled up by another brewery.
I believe so. The
It's-
brewery's already acquired it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just makes sense.
I don't know who, but I believe someone has.
It's just gonna keep rolling. I don't see why I wouldn't.
And the other location is going to be at 2600 Blandon Boulevard.
Huh.
The former bowling alley is going to be converted into a larger brewing facility. So I guess they're doing brewing there too.
They're going big.
And
Smart.
it might as well. It's a pretty good location, which has been vacant for a while. And I think it was Phoenix Lands or something.
Yeah, Phoenix Lines.
And restaurant and bowling alley, which is going to be fantastic.
Good for this side of the river.
Exactly. West Side?
Yeah, west
About
side,
time.
river
About
side.
time.
West Side.
Yep, see, yeah, it was Phoenix Lands. Once Bowlmatic, Phoenix Lands, all that good stuff, was in operation for 60 years. So, Mr. McAllister is, he's all over the place.
We
Doing
got
things.
really good beer on this side,
Yeah.
on that side of the river, on like the beaches side of the river. There's really good beer. But on this side of the river, there's better beer. Is that too bold of a statement?
No, it's
that's
not.
a bold statement. No,
It's a bold
I think it's a
That's a really
correct
bold
statement.
Speak
Accurate
bold.
statement.
And I mean,
Whoa,
where's
hold on,
intuition
hold
count?
on, time. Is Aardwolf on our side of the river? No, crap.
No.
We'll lose. Never mind.
No.
Okay,
Aardwolf and
so
Green Room are on
so
the other
we're
side.
just rolling
are
with
on the other side.
Brewers and Intuition and Bold City. Yes, so we lose.
Intuition. no longer-
Wow.
I do like Art Wolf. I can.
Aardwolf is very good.
Yeah,
Aardwolf
it
is in my
does
top
work.
I
three.
didn't want to leave. I really didn't.
And I'll tell you what, Green Room does work. I mean, the Shaka, to me, is one of, if not arguably, the best
It is
beer
pretty good.
in the city.
It's not, but it's really good.
I'm just saying, it's pretty good, but it's not one of the best, but it's pretty good.
It's not even the best beer with that name.
No.
So, Shocula is better than Shaka.
Yeah.
Save it
I
for
said
Mark's
for-
hot take.
Yeah,
Save it for
yeah,
Mark's
I-
hot take. Anyways, are we at Mark's hot take?
We're about there. Basically, I was going to say, wrap this up. Both locations will serve food ranging from pizza, buffalo chicken wings. The King Street location will only be able to accommodate to about 24 seats.
Oh, that's gonna be
Exclusive.
bad.
So it's going to be a tight
Well,
fit.
Well, it's going to be
Which,
an
I mean, you
exclusive
look at
elite
it.
thing.
Yeah, it's going to be packed tight.
What you look at it, I mean, it is a very small location.
That's
I
a
think
next level
it's not,
hipster.
kickback should be fine then.
Huh?
Kickback should be fine then.
Kickback's going to be good regardless.
Kickback
This can only
is
compliment
The
them.
only problem is it'll still take them an hour to serve you no matter how full the bar is.
But that's some next level hipster
Yes.
beer stuff right
That
there.
is definitely next level.
I'm one of the 24.
They're only allowing so many. But that's the way he kind of likes to suck. Because, I mean, there's always a line at Rogue. There's always a line at Loft.
Yeah.
And there's always a line in the garage.
Is it going to be a nano brewery with like super small batch? Like
That's a
after,
good question.
After 5 people try the beer, it's gone. That kind of thing.
I mean,
Yeah, I
literally.
hope not.
The Blandon location will have a capacity of 300. Said both locations will most likely be running for a couple of months before the Bearded Buffalo beers will be on tap.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that's usually the way it works.
Are we in the same
Licensed
situation
property.
with Wicked Barley right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Said in the interim, both locations will serve local beer, including Intuition and Bold City.
Okay. That's it, though?
I
Tap into the market.
mean, I'm just saying this is what they're suggesting.
I sent Jason a picture earlier when we were chatting because I found a story
Right.
about the downtown location for Engine 15.
Right.
So this side of the river's back in it. We're back in
I like it.
because we split Engine 15 in
is
half.
really good.
Yeah, Engine 15 is going to start opening up a tap room like
Where at?
Myrtle Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Their red ale
Different.
is really good.
That is different. That's a bold location right there.
Yeah, that's a
Bold location
don't
for
get
Bold
stabbed.
City.
Yeah,
No,
the
please
bold location for Bold City.
It don't matter. Everybody was saying this kind of stuff about King Street.
Yeah,
Whenever-
that's true.
Well,
When
I
it
grew
was
up down the street from King Street. If you were there when it got dark, you might have got shot in the face. So it's
that's
changed.
my point. Beer fixes everything.
No,
This
it's
is how we
called
fix
street
our-
lights and people on the street.
This is
fix
how
it.
we
Hey,
fix
and guess
everything.
what? In good news on that subject, the city is installing 40 new streetlights by the end of the summer.
Yes, sir.
End of the year.
Okay.
Downtown.
Oh, good.
Hey, all right,
We
guys.
need
No one's down there, so that makes sense.
Hey, we're getting better.
Except for hobos.
But
Gotta champion progress where we get it.
Yeah.
And most places where we get it is because of beer.
Progress for
That
progress'
is
sake.
true.
Yeah.
Beer
Nah.
saves lives.
Progress for beer.
Not your liver, but lives.
Beer matters. Beer matters.
yes, pretty much. But yeah. Anyways, McAllister, who started investing in the area years ago. I mean, obviously everyone knows his backstory because it used to be Walker's, which was a wine bar. Yeah, it didn't last very long. That's why it became a full alcohol bar with beers.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's much better.
Definitely.
And of
I never
course,
heard of a wine bar.
Loft and Rogue, they're doing their thing. So basically, he hopes for a very similar passion out of the Bearded Buffalo. So I'm excited to see what happens here.
I am too.
I really am. Plus, I mean, I just love more beer. More beer options.
my goodness.
I mean, how can you not be?
You got 3 coming online in Jacksonville. 3
Yeah.
more breweries.
I mean, I'm stoked.
It's going to be good.
With that, Mark, your hot takes?
How you doing? First off, I got for my song of the week this week. It's a tribute to the 20th anniversary of the passing of the late Tupac Shakur. Personally, I'm going with my favorite track from him, which is "Can't See Me." Pretty good little track. You know, right before your eyes, you won't even visualize. Also, I have an album to check out. I've been a little on edge myself, so I've been playing calm down music lately. You know, like more calming music. And my album to check out for this week is The Shins' O Inverted World. Pretty good calm down music. It might change your life, according to Natalie Portman from Garden State.
All right.
Also, a little tidbit.
Oh.
South Park going into its 20th season. This is my last little bit here. South Park.
All right. That's
20
fun.
seasons.
20 years of South Park. How did that even happen? I'm not really sure.
Because Trey Parker and Matt Stone put out very good television.
I'm not really sure about that option, but we'll go with that. And with that, I guess we'll lead into
The news of the weird.
and here we go.
All right, so we got Thwack and Kraken here, where the Florida man was arrested Sunday after police said he was found roaming around a park with an airsoft rifle and wearing a dinosaur costume. Maybe thought it was a dinosaur from Toy Story. I really don't know. A dude named Anthony Bird, 19, was found walking around in a Coca-Cola area park in a gamer dinosaur type costume. I'm not quite sure what that means. It's like Jurassic Park meets Xbox, maybe.
What in the
Is
hell?
it like
He was with a tactical police type vest and black ski mask. How was he a dinosaur exactly?
I'm not really sure.
And while holding an airsoft rifle and multiple magazines for a gun on a Sunday. He was looking for people to be in a gaming group with. This man just needs to play World of Warcraft and not leave his mama's basement.
either that or Dungeons and Dragons?
Mark, I guess we found you a new friend, buddy.
No,
I'm
I
good,
know,
thank
right?
you.
He want to participate in a flash mob. I don't know how he's going to dance in a dinosaur costume.
Look,
Yeah, but,
looking like
but he
looking like Reptar
committed
carrying
a
22.
offense at a park. I'm not really sure what that means. Suspicion of disorderly conduct and wearing a mask while committing an offense at a park.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing to commit an offense and why the airsoft rifle was not considered as a weapon. But
That's
this
dumb.
man
It's
is
about
lonely,
harmless.
and this dude is uglier than your mama's ass after a bad Sunday.
Well, there you go.
I don't
You
wanna
heard
know.
it- You heard it here. You heard it from New Doctor.
So,
Yeah.
Toy Story gone wrong. That's all I can say.
Okay,
This
some guy
is-
running around
This
looking like
is
Reptar
what- This is what drugs do to kids.
with an airsoft rifle.
And this is Jack. And this is Florida.
He's gonna blow he's gonna shoot his eye out. Oh wait a minute, his eye's hidden behind a Reptar costume.
Yes. Yes.
Reptar,
Okay.
man.
And there you had it. This is another episode from the Boldcasters. So thanks for joining us tonight and putting up with our debacles and our news and random nonsense.
Slack and cracking.
At BCB Markipedia.
This
How
is
you doing?
Apocalypse, and for Justin the Red. Follow us on Boldcastify, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all the above. We'll check back in next time. Enjoy the show.